Moi kaikki! Today I have a guest on my channel. Moi!
Moikka!
Kuka sä oot?
Mun nimi on Daiki. Mä oon Helsingistä asuva japanilainen.
Ja sullakin on YouTube-kanava.
Sen nimi on Daiki Yoshikawa.
Joo. Eli tänään me ollaan Mustikkamaalla ja me kävellään täällä. Actually, reading street signs was a request that my YouTube channel members voted on, and today finally I'm doing that video. So together we're just gonna take a nice walk around Mustikkamaa. We're actually on the ice right now. Me kävellään jään päällä. This is the Baltic Sea, as you pointed out earlier.
Yeah.
So we'll just take a walk, and if we come across anything interesting, we'll film it for you.
Sounds like a good
Joo,
idea.
eli lähdetään tänne päin. Täällä on vähän kylmä. But yesterday it was -17. Tänään on paljon parempi. Pukuhuone. Pukuhuone. So like changing room literally. Oh, and there's even an outdoor gym over there. Ulkokuntosali.
Hey, there's this sign, lifeguard.
It's in English.
In Finnish it'll be rantavahti.
Rantavahti. He's teaching you Finnish. Mustikkamaan uimaranta. Yeah, so if you're new to Finland and Finnish, and you're wondering what this is Swedish. So actually Finland is a dual language country, which is why on signs you'll always see Finnish on the top and Swedish on the bottom, unless you're in a Swedish majority speaking area. Then it'll be flipped where Swedish is on top. That's when you know you're in like a Swedish majority speaking area. But I think it's only around 5% of people in Finland have Swedish as the Swedish one.
Can you read?
Blåbärslandets badstrand.
Oh, cool.
It's my very thick Finnish Swedish accent. These days, more and more places will have English as well.
Tupakointi kielletty. So smoking prohibited only during summertime. Okay.
Heitä roskat roskiin. East. And rantareitti is like beach path, I guess. So we're following this rantareitti, so this path along the shorelines. So people might be curious about you.
Yeah.
Maybe you can talk a bit about yourself. Like, why did you start your YouTube channel?
That's a good question. I think it was like a few years ago. I was at Nokki summer cottage with my friend's family, and somehow like we were in sauna or like we were drinking wine. That friend just suggested me to start a YouTube channel. Like, you know, there are many Finnish people who want to know how foreigners are doing in Finland. Maybe I should try to get out of my comfort zone and see how I like it. So I started, and then somehow after a few years I'm still doing it. So.
And you mostly make a lot of videos like vlog styled about life in Finland.
Lifestyle, culture, sometimes language, mainly English, sometimes Finnish.
Niin, eli sä puhut myös suomea.
Yritän ainakin.
Joo. Miten kauan sä oot puhunut suomea tai opiskellut?
7 vuotta. Mä muutin Jyväskylän maisteritutkinta varten 7 vuotta sitten.
Okei. Ja sit miten sä oot opiskellut suomea?
Ensiksi meidän ulkomaalaisten opiskelijoiden pitää ottaa like, ainakin yksi suomen kielen kurssia yliopistossa.
Joo.
Ja sitten mä yritin puhua suomalaisten kaverin kanssa.
Joo.
Ja mä muutin Rovaniemelle, Tampereelle ja Helsinkiin, mutta mä jatkoin opiskelemaan. Mutta nykyään mä opiskelen katsomalla televisiota tai YouTube-videoita.
Joo. Eli alussa sä otit kursseja ja sit sen jälkeen sä oot niinku enemmän itekseen opiskellut. Okei. Ja sä oot asunut aika monessa suomalaisessa kaupungissa. Niin mitkä oli semmoset niinku kivat jutut niissä? Kun mä en oo ikinä asunut Jyväskylässä tai Tampereella, niin minkälaista siellä oli asua?
Jyväskylä oli tosi ihana opiskelijakaupunki ja oli tosi helppo tutustua uusiin ihmisiin.
Koska
siitä.
siellä oli paljon opiskelijoita.
Joo. Ja tosi pieni.
Joo.
Sitten muutin Rovaniemelle talvityön takia ja mä kirjoitin gradua siellä. Ja mä sain tosi erilaisia kokemuksia, koska mä sain katsoa revontulet ja...
Eli sä olit talvella siellä?
Joo. Ja mä sain töitä Tampereelta.
Joo.
Ja mä tykkäsin asua siellä, mutta mä oon kotoisin miljoonakaupungista Japanista. Mut niin Tampere oli liian pieni. Ja sitten mä halusin muutin Helsinkiin ja mä sain töitä sieltä. Ja mä tykkään asua Helsingissä. Elämä on helppo täällä.
Joo, kauhean kiva. Ja nyt sä oot ollut Helsingissä miten kauan?
4 vuotta.
4?
4 vuotta.
Okei, mihin suuntaan mennään? Tässä me ollaan, eli käveltiin täältä nyt puolet tätä saarta. Niin kai me jatketaan matkaa tänne suuntaan. Sitten tuolla on yksi kyltti, joka sanoo kesäravintola. So summer, kesä, ravintola, restaurant. And then these signs that say ei talvikunnossapitoa, they mean that these paths aren't upkept during the winter time, so they might be in like quite bad condition. So there won't be any snow plows or anything like this. So these ei talvikunnossapitoa just means be careful when walking on them because they're not being upkept. Because that looks a bit slippery to go up, so maybe mennään tähän suuntaan. This is a very common word you'll see in Finland, sekajäte, which means mixed waste. So any kind of trash can go into this one. It's not recycling. For example, over here, if we just barge into these people's garbage area, you can see kierrätyslaspullot is recycled bottles. So here we have metalli, which is metal, lasi, which is glass, and biojäte, which means bio waste. So like food products. And jäte is like a generic word for garbage or trash. There's a fox.
What? Is that a wild one?
Yeah. Kettu. Kettu kävelee siellä. He's pretty brave. Aika rohkea.
Lucky you.
Joo, Suomessa on kettuja. Eli joskus jos ootte metsässä, niin saatatte nähdä ketun. So here's another useful word. If we zoom in, zoomataan. Pääsisäänkäynti. Eli pää on niinku head, I guess. Sisäänkäynti means entrance. So if you see a sign that says sisäänkäynti, that means it's an entrance. So pääsisäänkäynti is main entrance. So that's where you'd want to follow the signs to find your way inside wherever you're going. Joo. Jatketaan matkaa. There's the Manhattan of Helsinki over there. Kalasatama. Fish Harbor. Kalasatama. Ja tuolla on jääkiekko. On siellä jääkiekkopelaaja, mutta tuolla on jäätä, missä voi luistella.
Can you do ice skating?
Joo. Tosi hauskaa. Me koulussa me käytiin liikkatunnilla luistelemassa.
Okay.
Käytiin luokan kanssa yhdessä. Entä sä? Osaat sä luistella?
Joo, osaan. Itse asiassa Japanissa mä opin.
Koulussa?
Joo, koulusta.
Okei. Tämmönen kyltti on täällä parkkipaikalla. Niin tossa lukee 4 autopaikkaa, which translates to 4 parking spots. Auto is a car, paikka is a like place or spot, and that's in partitiivi. So 4 autopaikkaa, and then this is the universal sign for handicap. So the 4 autopaikkaa here is reserved for handicap parking. So if you don't have the handicap sign, don't park here or you'll get a ticket, is basically what it's meaning. Joo, mennään tänne päin. We're now in front of Korkeasaari, the lippupiste. Vuosikortit is like a year pass. So when you look at signs for different attractions, and they'll have these different categories. So aikuinen would be like the adult ticket. Lapsi is child. Opiskelija is student. And eläkeläinen is retired. So those are good to know. And then avoinna means open, so opening time. And as you can see in Finland, you use the 24-hour clock. So from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., which is 16. And tänään means today. So avoinna tänään, open today. Kassa is cashier, or like where you buy your tickets. So kassa. And also at the shops, kassa is where you would go to pay. Tässä. You can see these are like the viikonpäivät, so like the days of the week. So ma refers to maanantai. Pe is perjantai. So like you can see here, Monday to Friday would be abbreviated as mahpe. And then lasu is the weekend, so Saturday, Sunday. Lauantai to sunnuntai. Joo. Ohjelma is like the schedule or like activities that they have going on. Pääsyliput is like a entrance ticket. So lippu is a ticket and pääsy is kind of like entrance? Like an entrance ticket? So, sorry, oli vähän alhaalla. Pääsyliput. Here is a sign saying rattaiden vuokra. So rattaat is one of these things. So in English you can call it a stroller or a pram, depending on if you're British or American. And then maksu is payment. Etukäteen, like ahead of time. Kassalle, to the kassa. So payment beforehand at the kassa. So if you want to rent one of these, so vuokra is to rent. Rattaiden vuokra. You go and pay at the kassa first, and then you can use this at Korkeasaari. And this is a mailbox in Finland. This is what the mailbox looks like. Postilaatikko, if you're wanting to send some letters. Tyhjennetään is they empty it Monday through Friday. Again, here you can see ma-pe at kello 13. So 1 p.m.
I think like many of my friends told me that Finnish word is so long because you combine everything.
Joo, erikoisleimolaatikko. So erikois, it means like special. Leima is a stamp or some kind of, laatikko is a box. So yeah, that's like 3 words in one right there. Posti is like the national post company. Here's another parking sign that maybe you should be aware of if you're planning to drive around Finland. So if you see a P sign like this, it means parking. But if you look underneath the P sign, se sanoo henkilökunta, which translates to staff. So this is staff parking for henkilökunta. So actually, you're not allowed to park here unless you work at this establishment. Kerros. Kerros is 4. Alright, so we've moved locations now, and we actually ended up cooking together for your channel. So that footage and all of that is on your channel, so I'll leave the link in my description box if you want to head over and take a look at that vlog. You'll basically, I guess, just see the process of how we made these, and I guess us eating them. We're gonna film that now next, so yeah, if you're interested in Finnish food. Joo, pinaatti, lettu, so spinach pancake. Lettu is a pancake. And then we have haarukka, veitsi, lautanen, kulho, ja hillo. So you said that people were recommending
this
puolukkahillo. Yeah, puolukkahillo to go with the spinach pancake or the pinaattilettu. So we're gonna try that. And lusikka, very important. Ja talouspaperi.
No, that's important.
You need this if you make a sotku, a mess. But yes, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you later. Moikka!
Moikka!